The defending champion UConn Huskies are coming off a 91-61 win over the Seton Hall Pirates, and that win clinched the Big East regular season title for UConn. The question is, does that set them up for a letdown here on the road at Marquette? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think, but before I do, I'm going to tell you about a promo we have available at both Sports Memo and Wager Talk using the promo code Jesse25. As you can see below, you can get 25% off any all-access package, whether it be 1 year or 1 day, from any of the expert handicappers at either one of those two great sports betting websites. That includes me over at Sports Memo. You'll find me on the leaderboards over at Sports Memo. Just look to your right, top right corner. You'll see me up there. Anyways, UConn coming into Marquette as a 5.5-point favorite. You know, there's no question that UConn is the better team. If this was a neutral site game in the NCAA tournament and UConn was a 5.5-point favorite, I might side with the Huskies, but this is not that same spot. They just clinched the Big East title in a revenge game against Seton Hall, and now they face a Marquette team that's in a revenge spot here at home after losing 81-53 at UConn earlier in the season. Now, we know that Marquette is down a man. Tyler Kolek has been out the last couple games for Marquette. Probably not going to make it back into the lineup tonight. I will say, though, the last time these two teams played, Kolek had 7 points on 2 of 11 shooting, so I'm sure they can plug a guy in there that will do a little bit better than that. And if you look back to the last game that UConn won handily, Coach Dan Hurley said after the game in the press conference, he said, we're going to play this team a few more times this year. I wouldn't expect it to go like it did this time. And very prophetic. I think he hit the nail on the head there. You beat a team by 30, then you go to their building later on in the season, right after you clinch the title. I think this is a tough spot for UConn. But rather than taking the points for the full game, I'm looking at a first half bet on Marquette. They're catching 2.5 points for the first half. I will point out Marquette's coming off a loss at Creighton. They were down by just 2 at halftime in that game. Marquette is 14-1 at home this year. The one game they lost was against Butler. They were up 7 at halftime in that game. Home team has won 5 straight head-to-head in this series. I like Marquette. I think Marquette is in a far better spot to win this game, even without Tyler Kolek. I think it is indeed a letdown spot for UConn. So I suggest taking the points, in particular for the first half, Marquette plus 2.5. If you like this video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you got anything to say to me, hit me up in the comments below. And even if it's nasty, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Good luck. We'll see you again tomorrow.